bit of challenge when it comes to network, but I believe everything is okay now. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me in the chat. Let me know, everyone, if you can hear me, if you can see me in the chat. Just going to check here. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello, 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 everyone. Am I audible? Okay, I'm checking the chat to see. Yeah. Achitosh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so sorry about this, everyone. We had a bit of technical issue, so we couldn't start on time, and we had to create another link, another event link. So please, if you know anybody that needs to be here that is not here right now, please go get them. Go get them, because this is very, very interesting, and it's something you should not miss. We are just going to kickstart because we've kind of wasted some time already just because of the technical issue. So I want you to give us to 60 to 90 minutes to get this figured out and to be able to land this conversation. Today, we are talking about an important topic. We say 7 secrets to land your dream job. 7 secrets to land your dream job. So I'm going to do my presentation. Let me know if you can see. Can you see that, Flood? Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right. So 7 secrets to land your dream job. That is, as we all know, that the job market now is really tough, as in is bleeding. So there's a lot of things going on, and people are overwhelmed. People are frustrated, thinking there's something wrong with them or with their strategy. That is what we are going to be talking about. What can actually make you stand out to recruiters? That's what we are looking at. Today, my name is Coach Kemi. I'm Oluwakemi Adebowale-Akinbulu, and I'm a career coach. I've helped several job seekers, professionals to be able to navigate their career journey. And those that are looking for a job, I've helped hundreds of people looking for a job to land their dream job. And I do that through my career coaching, finesse, resource consulting. Joining me today are 2 incredible professionals that are also going to be helping us to provide their insights based on their experience dealing with clients, dealing with job seekers. They're also going to help us to do justice to this topic today. So I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. Okay, so I have Ashutosh. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. I think we lost Floyd, so he's going to join back. Okay, so I have him here. So Ashutosh, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what you do and what you're here for? Over to you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Ashutosh Singh, and I joined this call for introduce you what the really recruiters are looking for and why you are not getting the callbacks. And by introducing myself, it's like I'm a global technical acquisition and the HR technology professional with the 8 years of experience delivering a high quality hiring solutions across the North America and India. I work with the big organizations like EPAM, Yes Technologies, and I work for the eBay currently I'm working with, and sometimes I work for the BlackRock and Wells Fargo. And even I was connected with the stakeholders too with these companies. I also bring my expertise in SAP success factor, which helps you to bring the gap between recruiter strategy and the HR technologies. So let's start the today's session. Over, I'm going to share particular strength and the strengths how you're going to perform yourself to transform your job search results. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Achitosh. So you see that we have a senior professional. Yes, I can hear you. So we have someone that is very, very professional and very experienced when it comes to recruiting. And just as he said, he's worked with big organizations and he has helped them with their recruiting tax. Now we have someone else here that is also a senior professional when it comes to career coaching. He's also a certified trainer. With me today is Floyd Spencer. Floyd, please introduce yourself. Let's get to meet you.
Hi, Coach Kemi. Thanks for inviting us on here. Appreciate that. I've been doing career coaching since 2013. I've been running my own business doing it since 2020, and helped hundreds of clients find jobs. My focus is really on the idea of identifying the signal that you're trying to, the signal that the hiring managers are looking for. And that's not always what the job description is looking for. So that's sort of my approach, is to align the signal that the hiring manager is looking for and making sure that you are speaking that same signal. Coach Kemi and I have worked together for quite a while now, and it's always good to have a different perspective, and we share that. So this is that opportunity for us both to learn from each other and to offer different perspectives when we come together in these programs. So thank you for inviting me to this program.
Thank you so much, Floyd, and thank you, Ashutosh, for your share, for agreeing to share your wealth of experience with us, with our audience today. And I'm so sure, and I'm so convinced that this is going to be an interesting session, because we are going to shed light on so many things that people don't know, or some secrets that are hidden. And that's where the topic is from. If you are joining us live today, kindly drop in the chat where you are joining us from. We'd like to meet you. We'd like to know you. We just introduce ourselves, so we also like you to introduce yourself. Please drop in the chat where you are joining us from. We'd like to meet you. Awesome. So we are just going to get right into it. We are beginning to it while our viewers drop in the chat where they are joining us from. We all know that the job market is currently frustrating. That is something that is known. If you are in the audience and you've been applying for jobs, could you drop in the chats? Like, I have some of my clients, some of them, before I met them, rather, they've applied for several jobs, 100 jobs. If you are in the audience this morning and you've applied for, let's say, at least 50 jobs, could you say me in the chat? Drop it in the chat. I've applied for 50 jobs. Please drop it in the chat. Let's see how many people have been applying for job in the chat there. So let's move on. So are you applying for dozens of jobs, or you are not receiving any interview requests? That could be because the strategy you are using is not effective. So what are the strategies that you need to use? How do you position yourself to be someone that recruiters will be looking for? That is exactly what we are going to teach you today. That's what we are talking about. Today, we have 7 secrets that is going to land you your dream job. And I'm convinced that if you can apply all of these secrets, you are on your way to landing your dream job. There is this quote from Chris Gosser. He said, opportunities don't just happen, you create them. Opportunities don't just happen, you create them. By virtue of you being on this live stream event, that is you creating opportunity for yourself. Because if you want something, you go for it. So you need to create that opportunity in order for you to land your dream job. Don't expect the recruiters to create opportunities for you. You got to do it yourself. Now we are going to look at the roadmap to your dream job. We are going to be talking about 7 core pillars that will redefine how you approach your career job search. How do you approach it? We are going to be looking at those pillars one after the other. And this, mind you, is based on experience. These are proven secrets that we've gone to know. Since I have been working with professionals, and also have my colleagues here who also have been working with professionals from different states, different countries. For example, I have worked with professionals for more than 5 different continents. And I have Floyd here, I have Achitosh as well, who have worked with professionals. So this is living experience, and that's what we are going to share with you today. Secret number 1, the power of clarity. The power of clarity. Generic applications rarely succeed. Who are you? What value do you bring? You got to be clear about what value you carry. Thank you, Manuel, for joining us. Sarasota, Florida, thank you so much. We are so glad to have you online. Thank you. I hope you didn't have challenge joining. There's this quote that says, if you don't know where you are going, any road will get you there. If you don't have clarity about your career goal, if you don't have clarity about what job are you looking for? What are the values you bring? What are the skills that you want to leverage? What do you have to offer to any organization? That is where it starts from. You got to begin with clarity. And based on this, I've had, for example, I will give you testimonial. Just as I said, this is based on experience, having worked with different professionals. So I have Lola here. Lola happened to be a professional chef for, I think, over 8 years. She's been a chef. And she's been, hello, Shegun, welcome, nice to see you. So sorry about the technical issue. So Lola has been working as a professional chef for some time. Then suddenly she came to me. She said, Kemi, I didn't even know you do this. I said, yes, I do. She said at this season of her life, she's tired of being a chef. She needed a career change. And many people have been talking to her, okay, go and do cybersecurity, go and do this, go and do that. But she said, what, Kemi, I would rather contact a professional that will guide me. So what did we do? I started with her with DISC assessment, because I'm also a DISC consultant, to actually be able to understand our personalities and our uniqueness, what are our strengths, what are our weakness. And based on this assessment, we are able to narrow down to data analysis. And last year, she changed into data analytic pathway. And today, I'm proud to let you know that Lola is now working as a data analyst. What am I trying to drive home here is that you got to be clear. You can't just dabble into it because everybody is doing this, then you follow them and do it. Because everybody is going into cybersecurity, everybody, you too, you follow them. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to be clear. What exactly do I have to offer? And you leverage your strengths. So I'm going to ask our co-facilitator today. I will start with Floyd. I know you've worked with several professionals as well. Based on your experience, can you tell us the place of clarity when it comes to career success?
Yeah, I appreciate this because it used to be, and we all probably remember this, it used to be that the more you knew, the better off you were. Now, you were an expert. In my case, I would have a career of building training departments, so learning and development. And the more I learned about learning and development, the better off you were in the job market. It's not that way anymore. Every hiring manager is looking to solve a problem. Now, they appreciate that you have the breadth of experience. What they want to know is, are you the person that can solve my problem? And the only way that you can do that is to be clear about the problems that you solve. And so I had a client who was in marketing, and she had left her previous job. She had just tremendous depth and breadth of experience. But the struggle she was having was getting somebody to listen to her, especially in this new market. So what we did is we really honed in on the clarity of her message. Now, we didn't just randomly chose it. We looked to see what the job market was really looking for. we built her story around that, what they were looking for. And we created that clarity. And she went from getting one or two interviews per month to getting a half a dozen interviews per month. And it was clear that we had figured out what the hiring manager was looking for. So if you're going to spend any time on something, and this is what I do with my clients, spend the first period of your job search being clear, identifying what it is, what problem is you solve. That's the clarity that you're looking for. And you fix that, you are on your way to obtaining those interviews, which is what eventually turns into job offers.
I think I'm okay. Thank you so much, Floyd, for that perspective. Yeah, clarity is very, very important. And I will come to you when I get to the next slide, Ashutosh, because I know you have some other wealth of experience when it comes to clients being clear or being succinct about what they have to offer. And to our audience, let me tell you, if you are able to wait till the end of this session, we do have a gift that I'm going to give you with, because that is going to help you a lot when it comes to clarity. And that's going to help you when it comes to you being convinced and being structured when it comes to job search. Secret number 2 is unwavering determination. Unwavering determination. Quotes, energy and persistence conquer all things. Energy and persistence conquer all things. And there's this saying that your energy goes where your attention is. You got to be determined. And this is a mindset. The job market is a marathon. Be ready to go to any length that is required of you. Determination allows you to treat rejections as redirected opportunities. Because if you are not determined, you will give up easily. An example from one of my clients that I worked with, this lady has been applying for jobs several times. Like, she come to me, Kemi, I'm tired. She was like, Kemi, is it that she would let me tweak my resume again? Tweak. I just told her, Tiwa, you don't need to give up. And she was, all I'm receiving is just, we have moved on. I said, expect more of that. So when she came to, I said she's tired. And I told her, Tiwa, you can't give up now. It is too late to give up. And I gave her a description. As many of us that are women here, we know that when women is about to give birth, that is when the pain, even you that you are not women or that you are not men, that you are not women, at least if you are married, you must have experienced the pain of childbirth. It is at the point when the child is to come out, that's when the pain will be at the peak. So I just told her, Tiwa, you are at that point now to give back to your success, so you can't afford to give up until that baby comes out, and that is when you will have that joy and that success. And that's exactly how it was. She said, okay, she waited and she persisted. She was determined. Guess what? She landed a dream job. If you look on my LinkedIn profile, she's one of those people that kind of gave a recommendation. So what am I saying? Unwavering determination is very, very important when it comes to that. So another testimonial that I have here is from Lola. Lola came across my profile in with our last cohort of the 30 days. We also run 30-day job application challenge. And what do we do in this challenge? We hold job seekers and assist them. We start from clarity. We move on to preparing a job offering resume, optimizing your LinkedIn profile, preparing for interview, and how you can negotiate good offers. So we take them through all these stages of job search for that 30 days. And for each of those 30 days, you have your tasks that you need to complete. So it's like an accountability hub. So Fumi joined this up. She said, Kemi, I just came across your profile and I see that you're offering something like this. She said she's even tired. She had been applying for a job, but wasn't getting any interview. So what happened? As soon as she joined this program, she was able to gain the confidence, and we train her on how to apply for jobs and how to position herself. For me, that used to be an ordinary employee, she saw a managerial role. She said, Kemi, I'm qualified for this managerial job function. I said, apply. So I helped her. She did her resume. She applied. They called her for interview. We prepared her. She went for the interview. Lo and behold, what she applied for was a manager role. They gave her, the offer letter they gave her, as you can see, was a senior manager role. Just because she was determined. She was at the peak of giving up. But when she saw that light, said, Kenny, you are doing this, let me join. She took advantage of that. And today, she's a senior manager. So that has to do with power of determination. So we're also going to hear from you. Ashutosh, I know you might not have something to input here, so maybe the next one.
I have.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Actually, determine is not like a single day work. It's like success always about when you're applying for the multiple roles and the multiple times with the clarity. It's like success about one application you just applied and getting a job for that. It's like about your consistency, how much you're doing that on the daily basis. Not like you can't quit early. Results takes time, but it's gonna great for them.
Good.
It's like
Thank you
he was
so much.
applying for a single role and he was not getting a call. He was getting frustrated on that. It's not like that. Apply for the multiple things, and what currently are looking for the Java developer, but in the future you can be a senior Java developer. So just go
Awesome.
and do consistency.
Thank you so much. So it's you not giving up early. I continue applying with clarity. That's what you just said. Be clear about the value you are bringing. So Floyd, any inputs from your side?
Yeah, for sure. I had a client, Mamoon, who was in he was in the IT side of the business, and he was looking for his next role. He'd been laid off, and so he's really serious about moving into the next role. He'd been applying for about 6 months, hundreds of applications, no responses. And the easy conclusion, of course, was that the market's broken. We say it all the time, the market's broken. But instead of quitting, and this is our big push, we shifted his approach. We committed to a completely different strategy: fewer applications, more targeted outreach, deeper positioning, and within 5 weeks, he had 3 interviews and an offer. Now, here's the thing. The market hadn't changed. It was his willingness to stay in the game long enough to adjust that had made the difference. And he, to say doubled down is not correct. He tripled down. I mean, he was an applying machine, but he was applying to jobs that he knew he was qualified for. So keep in mind, determination isn't just persistence. It's persistence with adaptation. So you have your clarity, add to that the determination, and you are now moving in the right direction. Those are the keys.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Floyd. So we are looking at this as if you are cooking. When you want to cook a delicious meal, there are some ingredients that you need to bring together in the right proportion. And that's exactly the way you are creating your career. Avanchika Manich, I see you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. Let's continue. Let's move on to the next secrets that we're going to talk about. Mastery and learning. Mastery and learning. There's a saying that the more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. That's by Albert Hastings. The more I learn, I want you to know that for you to be a value-adding person, you must have continuous learning. Be ready to learn and be a pro at what you do. It's okay to have a learning curve. And it's okay to begin afresh. I started from somewhere, but where I am today is a result of continuous learning. To be successful in landing your dream job, or attaining success in your career, you must be somebody that is a learner, a live learner. And with the development and advancement of technology, new things are coming up. Just as I said, clarity. Identify the gaps in your industry. You're already clear about where you are going. Because if you are not clear, you will be drifted here and there. That's why we started with clarity. Where are you going? What are the gaps in your skill? What are those skills that recruiters are asking for that you don't have? Why don't you get those skills? What are those certifications that they are looking for that you don't yet have? What's stopping you from getting them? Mastery and learning is going to be a great distinguisher from those that are going to be successful and those that are going to be lagging behind. So I'm encouraging you today, continue learning and continue to be a master of your genius. Wherever you are, whatever you have determined to capitalize on, any niche that you have decided to pitch yourself, then make sure you become a master in that particular field. I'll give an example of one of my candidates and my clients, and I'm still going to talk about that test. This lady joined our last challenge, and after that challenge, said, Kemi, I don't know. In fact, I had to give her a project to work on. She was using this project to practice. She was doing here and there. She said, okay, I'm going to act as a project manager. She did. I'm also going to act as a BA. I gave her that practical, and she started doing it. Today, she is already employed as a BA, and I'm going to talk more about her. Her name is Tess. We'll talk more about her when we go up. In fact, she's the reason why, she's the motivation behind this event today. Okay, so I will come to you, Floyd. Anything you would like to say about mastery and learning?
Yeah, there's actually two things right now. They're related to learning, but the first thing I would say is, as a hiring manager, which I've been for 20 plus years, I will hire the person who shows me they know how to learn over the person who says they know everything every single time. It's that person who knows how to learn is the person you want on your team, because they don't need to be taught. They need to be pointed in the right direction, and then they go and figure out what they need on their own. So I will choose the learning person, the one who is choosing continuous growth almost every time. The other is, I had a client, Sabir, who had been a project manager for a long time, I think 10, 12 years. The problem was he didn't have his PMP, which was the certification that proves that you're a project manager. In this job market, there are certain certifications that are required, and not having them, you will be overlooked because they are proof that you are the expert in your field. Regardless of him having 10, 12 years of experience, I told him, Sabir, you need to go and get your PMP. And he did. He spent 3 months and really worked extremely hard. He got his PMP, and as soon as he got his PMP and put it on his resume and on his LinkedIn profile, he started receiving calls almost instantly. And so he's had several interviews. He's in the process now of evaluating which of the 3 offers he wants. The key is be a continuous learner and find that certification that you don't have, that the market is requiring, and get that certification. I guess there is a third thing, and it's right now, if you are going to do anything, I have clients that are asking me, Floyd, if I have to do anything, what do I need to do? Learn AI. Not learn AI like how to use the words, like literally go and figure out and bang your head against the wall and figure out how to use AI in your industry and use it. That's another key right there.
Awesome. That is amazing. And that is very important. Now you know the direction of things, of the world of work. AI is on the go. So what are you doing? Go and learn it specific. Yes, actually, I'm coming. Go and learn it as it relates to your own industry. Yes, actually, Touch, I remember you telling me about SAP that you did recently. Can you tell us
Yeah.
more about that?
Actually, in the today's job market, it's not like you're having a degree or your past experience. Everyday technologies are getting changed. Even you are the best in the architecture, Java, Python, any language you are having, that's your the past experience are there, and the tools you use, it's going in the past. Now every day is coming with new tools, new things. If you are 10 years of experience, 15 years of experience, even for the technical project manager who are doing a new courses for them to learn about the new things, to arrange the team size, they are coming in the AI side. It's like now the AI market is going to be a very big and very harsh, just because they can, if you are not learning the things, AI will gonna learn the things. And firstly you have to learn all the things, because you can train him, you can work with them. It's not like he can do your own work.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashutosh. Yeah, Ashutosh just told us that AI is on the go, and you got to
Yeah.
learn how to use it. So the AI is not the one that is going to help you, but you are going to use, you will configure it to help you. And that's why you must know how to use it. That's very, very important. So I move on to the next secret that we are going to talk about. We just finished talking about mastery and learning. If you are in the chat and this, you kind of resonate with what we are talking about, please drop in the chat. I do. If you resonate, if this topic we are talking about, this secret number 3 resonates with you and you agree with this, please drop it in the chat. I do. And if you know anybody that needs to be on this link, if you know anybody that needs to be a part of this live event, please share the link with them. Invite them so that they also can learn these things we are talking about. We move on to the next secret, which is another important secret that we can talk about. Support and community. Support and community. There's a saying that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So alone, we can do so little, but together, we can do so much. Place yourself in the midst of community. Who are those people that surround you? Who do you surround yourself with? There's an article I wrote about firelighters and fire quenchers. I write Career Catalyst newsletter. So if you are not following me, please follow me on LinkedIn and follow Career Catalyst. So there are some people that are your fire lighters, and there are some that are your fire extinguishers. So you want to make sure that you surround yourself with people that are fire lighters, and those are your motivators. Those are your encouragers. But your fire fighters, fire extinguishers, when you tell them, so, are you sure you can do it? Don't you think that would be too demanding? They will be the one that will demotivate you. They will be the one that will pull you down when it comes to you pursuing your goal. Thank you so much, Tosin, for joining. I see you. Thank you. If you know any other person that needs to be here, please reach out to them. Let them join us live. Okay, now we are talking about support and community. And I'm going to give you the advantage of support and community. We have the referral advantage. There's a saying that if you don't know where you are going, any road will get you there. So I think we all already talked about that. And I joined a friend or a colleague of mine to do business analyst training. And in this, our training, we've had several of our students referring each other. Once a role open up in their company, in their organization, there's this colleague of mine, there's this friend of mine, we did the training together. They were just, okay. They will come to the group. They will chat. Does anybody need a BA role? I do. They'll share it. Before the job get posted, they've already recruited themselves internally. And this is happening. Nobody can tell me it's not. I've been a beneficiary of it. The role I'm in right now, I was referred. I didn't apply for it. I was referred. So that is the power of community and surrounding yourself with the right people. So I'm going to pass it on to you, Floyd. Have you had an experience when it comes to power of community and support?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it
And so
is.
go ahead, Ash.
If,
Yes, Ash wants
okay,
stuff. Yeah.
so it's like many candidates get the opportunity through the referrals and the network. It's not like you're using the job boards or the portals or just applying the roles. If you're having a referral, you have a community or the career coaches with you, they will definitely go, giving a very great help, and it's going to be a very easy step to getting any job. Just like you're just putting your profile on the portals and someone is looking and someone is not. But if you're someone is referring and working with that company, he will gonna push the profile. He will ask the recruiters why, what's happening, what happened with the profile, and why you're not scheduling the calls. That's why networking is a very best and a very important thing if you're looking for the job. And don't hesitate to ask your seniors or the junior person who's working with a different organization if they have a role, and if they are looking for someone, just go and check on the LinkedIn. Is company is looking for the someone with your expertise, your experience, then you can share your profile to them and he can ask to the recruitment team or the hiring team.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Ashika. Thank you. Thank you, Avantika. Yeah, I see you now. Emmanuel, thank you. Thank you, everyone. If you know anybody that still needs to be here that is not here, please invite them. Thank you so much. So what Ashitos is just trying to tell us is that power of community. Like people, when you are being referred, there's people, they don't do much check as you coming in afresh. So recruiters will rather go with referrals because the person, they're already putting themselves out. They are standing for you. They are using their own integrity to stand for you. They are referring you. Hi, Oye, thank you for joining. So they are referring you. Referral is very, very important. Please make good use of this and take advantage of this by surrounding yourself with the right people and situating yourself in the right environment. Yes, over to you, Floyd.
Yeah, there's actually two sides of this. The support in the community, you can really apply this idea to multiple things. But here's the thing: when I have clients, especially when they've been laid off, I say, kind of like Kimmy, you were saying, right? I tell my clients, look, surround yourself with people that are supportive. If there are people in your family that are not supportive, that are anti-supportive, remove yourself from their influence until you have a job. You don't need the negativity of this. You already have enough on your mind. So the one is surround yourself with positive people, remove yourself from negative people. You can get back to your family and your friends who are negative after you've got your new job. And in the short term, remove yourself from that. Now, the other part of that is the community or the networking side. The jobs that are being found right now are jobs that are related to their network. I see this mistake all the time. People try their job search in isolation. One client told me that she didn't want to bother people. The thing is, you have built this network over time. You want to bother your people. Anybody that doesn't want to be bothered will let you know, but the rest of them will be fully supportive. Now, once we built a small intentional network, former colleagues, a few new connections, and she had consistent conversations, everything changed. Opportunities didn't just come from the job postings. They came from people saying, hey, I thought about you. I'm going to have my ex-boss contact you. I really think you'd be the right person in this. And she has elevated her success significantly. Now she's getting a half a dozen to say 6 to 10 interviews per month from new companies that are coming from these networking opportunities. So you do need to continue your network. The job search is not an individual sport. It's a network-driven process. So make sure that you surround yourself with that network. And that means that you need to cultivate it. Now, the one thing that is really important, and people have said this before, you actually need to start building your network from day one. And all new networking that you do now, even though you're looking for a new job, that networking opportunity may not pay off for 3 to 5 years. You're actually networking now for the future. If in fact in the process you network now and obtain an opportunity for now, that's a big bonus. And my client was seeing this happening. But keep in mind that networking is for long-term gain as well, 3, 4, 5 years down the road. But absolutely, it's not an individual sport. It's a network-driven process. Make sure you keep that in mind.
Awesome, awesome. And there's this saying that you build bridges, build bridges now so that you can use them later. Those connections you are forming, they are bridges that you are building. And it might not be for immediate use, you might need them later on. That is what connection does for you. We move on. If you like to be a part of community, we have a supportive community. Please scan this code and be a part of, you can join our community where we support each other and we share tips on career, how you can develop your career, how to prepare for interview and all that. Please scan the code and be a part of our community. Aside from this, just as I said, at the end of this session today, I have a gift for everyone that's a part of this. Please try to stay till the end so that you can be a beneficiary of that gift. We are moving on so fast so that because we already lost some time due to the technical issue, so we just move on. We go ahead. The fifth secret that we are going to talk about is invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. The best investment you can ever make is in yourself. Who I am today is because I invest in myself. Invest in coaching. Invest in professional resume. Invest in courses, in trainings, in certification. Don't wait for an organization to come and be the one that will train you. Train yourself. Any value you add to yourself is making you a better person. Any skill you learn, it's for you. If you are leaving that organization, the organization are not going to take those skills from you. The organization are not going to withdraw your certifications. It's for you. And it's with you for life. This is what I always tell people. If you don't invest in yourself, some people are like, no, I can't pay for coaching. I can't do this. I can't do that. My dear, that will cost you your career. And that will make your journey longer. What coaches do is to shorten your journey. They already have experience. They work with different people. They already know the routes. Why not follow the people that know the road so that you can make your journey shorter? Invest in yourself. Don't be too stingy to spend money on yourself. It makes your journey longer. And that's what I've seen, I've witnessed. But as soon as you start investing in yourself, that's the first step to success. That means you are ready to become successful. I'll give you a testimonial of this particular guy, a client of mine. He reached out to me that, Kemi, guess what? He had applied for a job. He had done the interview. It was at the second stage. And at the second stage, the recruiter went to look at his LinkedIn profile. And guess what? He said, some of my previous work need to be changed. The LinkedIn profile has not been optimized. He lost that job. It pained him so much. He reached out and said, Kemi, please, I need your help. So I reached out to him. So we connected. I helped him to optimize his LinkedIn profile. That was as at August. He reached out in August. In February, he told me by December, he got a role as a manager, asset management. Imagine, just because he was able to do the needful. But I've told him, you are going to pay so amount. And he said, I don't want to pay that kind of money. I'll do it myself. I will do this. I'll do that. My dear, he won't land that job. Because he has seen the importance. Kemi, look at, I know, I saw the guy coming to view my LinkedIn profile. And that disqualified him. He lost that opportunity. But I didn't want that to repeat itself. He quickly made adjustment. And before you know it, he landed an asset manager role. A manager. So what am I telling you? You need to be able to invest in yourself. Invest in professional development and improving your brand. So over to you, Floyd. I know you've been talking about this also to some of your clients. Do you want to tell us about your own perspective?
Yeah, actually, there's I have two perspectives. Actually, I have about half my clients come from they're being laid off. They've been laid off, and they're looking for their next role. And of course, they've been laid off. Their income has dried up, right? Because they have no job, and they're asking the question, which is a legitimate question: how can I afford to spend their money right now? And in coaching, and my answer is always the same. Look, if you get a job 2 weeks earlier because of coaching, you have paid for any amount of coaching that you would have received from any coach. Just getting a job 2 weeks earlier, you'll get a job better. To your point, Kemi, the coaches know the things that are working now. Coaches know, and like you're pointing out here, the 7 secrets, right? There's several secrets, but the 7 secrets, we know them because we work with them every day. We see the effect of these, and so investing now means that you are learning these secrets a whole lot faster, and you avoid making mistakes that you would make if you were doing this organically and learning it on your own. So I implore people, spend the money on a coach. I guarantee it will pay off. Now I have another set of clients who want to move to the next level, and they actually typically have no problem paying the fee because they know I'm here. I need to be here. I've been trying to get here on my own. I still have a job. And so, yes, I'll invest the money. And in that process, we help them be prepared for their next role. We help them to interview. We help them to improve themselves. And almost without fail, within 6 weeks to 3 months, they are finding roles that are paying themselves $20, $30, $40, $50,000 more than they were before. And what they've actually found was they're finding jobs at companies that they want to work with. The biggest risk isn't investing, it's staying stuck. And that's what I would encourage my clients and yours as well, right? I guarantee you spend the money, it will pay off.
Yeah, absolutely. Investment, when you invest money, you don't get that money immediately, but you invest it for future purpose. That's exactly what happens when you invest in yourself. The job you will land, you're like, thank God I made this investment. Look at this guy. Had it been he had not made that investment, look at, he lost an opportunity. It cost him that's it. It costed him an opportunity before he now realized, it is important for me to do this. That's important for branding. If he had not lost that opportunity, it wouldn't have pained him to that extent. And maybe he felt it's not important for him to do it. But because he lost an opportunity, he knew the importance of that. So I'm encouraging you, don't be stingy on yourself, invest in yourself. It is very, very important. The next point, next secret that I'm going to talk about is keep showing up. Keep showing up. The first, we talk about determination. That is a mindset. But when it comes to keep showing up, this is an action that you have to do yourself. You got to put in the work. Consistency is the quiet superpower of the successful job hunter. Success is not the final result. It is the courage to continue that counts, according to Winston Churchill. It is that courage. Hi, Olanike, thank you for joining. I see you. It is the courage to continue that counts. So I'm encouraging you, keep showing up. And the story of Tess that actually motivated this program. I run a career catalyst community where we train people we teach people how to prepare for interview. We prepare people for interview. And we also have access to different AI agents that help them to prepare, to target their resume, and also to prepare for interview. So there's this lady, Tess. Tess kept coming. Sometimes we always have our office hour once a month. Sometimes many people, all other people will not attend. Tess kept coming. Every day she kept coming. I'm like, Tess, you are the only one that attend today. I said, it's okay, I know what I'm looking for. Last 2 or 3 weeks, we had our session for last month. And guess what? Tess came. Tess had an interview. She's in Australia, but we are in Canada. Anytime we're on Saturday, they are on Sunday. She secured an interview. So she was supposed to go for an interview on Monday. Then on Monday, that's, yeah. But on our own Saturday, which is their Sunday, she attended the Career Catalyst. So I was preparing her for the interview. In fact, the way she was sounding, I was like, Tess, are you sure you're ready for the interview? Anyway, I was correcting her. Don't do it this way. Do it this way. I know some of us can bear witness. I can see some other people that watch that video. They were like, Kemi, this person is not even sure of what she wanted, but I corrected her. Do it this way. Do it that way. Let me tell you, the following day she went for the interview. She came back home with an offer letter. Just because she kept showing up. Even me, I was really touched. I was like, wow. So you did it. Because I almost lost confidence in her. The way she was sounding that day. But I just told her, keep it simple. Do this, do this. And she did that. She did exactly that. And she came back home with offer letter. And that was one motivation that brought about this event. Keep showing up. Don't give up. Even if nobody is coming with you, keep showing up. Keep putting in the work. In the long run, you will reap the reward. And that was exactly what happened to Tess. Now, she's gotten an offer letter. So I will turn it over to you, Floyd. Can you tell us any of your experience that has to do with showing up and consistency?
Yeah, the one that sticks with me is one of my first clients when I started back in 2020 with the full-time coaching. And Matt showed up. He did the work, but his success was going to come from networking, and that networking was going to be proven by posting. And so he was posting, and he'd post every week 2 to 3 articles. And he was getting a little bit frustrated. And I told him, just keep writing the articles. And the articles were written about his expertise and his industry. And so he continued and he continued, and he was ready to give up, and he was ready to stop this. And I said, keep showing up, keep doing it, keep writing the articles. Invariably within 2 to 3 weeks, he had an opportunity, he had an interview. A company wanted him to come over based on his experience. They wanted him to come over and learn the chief operating officer's position so that he could become the COO. So he is now, because of his knowledge and the proof of what he was saying and what he was doing, he is now preparing and learning to be the COO of a company. Never in his wildest dreams did he expect to receive that kind of opportunity. I just talked to him in a chat yesterday. He said he's thrilled, absolutely loving it. And it's because every day he kept showing up, even though he didn't want to, he kept showing up. Kind of like Tess. She showed up, and every showing up just eventually pays off. Momentum is invisible until it isn't.
Yeah, it is an invisible force. But if you can use it to your advantage, it's going to pay off. Definitely, it's going to pay off. So Ashutosh, just before we move on to the last secret, Ashutosh is going to tell us about the 10-second screening that recruiters do when they receive your application. What are those 10 seconds? Within 6 to 10 seconds, they look at your application and they move ahead. So Ashutosh, do you want to tell us about those 10-second screening that you do when you are recruiting your candidates?
Okay, on average, it's like if we are getting hundreds of the profiles or the 10 profiles, it's like within a 5 to 10 seconds, we are going to reject or we are going to call that candidate. It's like you're just applying for the roles and the jobs. You're multiple times, you're just sharing a single resume, whatever you have, generic for the everyone, but it's not like that. If someone is posting any JD, firstly, just go through that. You're just viewing the job description and it says, okay, I'm looking for the Java developer, I'm looking for the backend engineer, or the any type of the titles. It's not about the everything. In the titles, we always mention the skills what we are looking for. You're just sharing profile, seeing a backend developer. You belongs to the mobile development side and you're sharing your profile for the front end side. It's not going to work like that. Within a 10 seconds, like I'm seeing this profile or your LinkedIn profile, I can reject you over there right now. Firstly, just go through the every JD and completely. And once you're sharing your resume, just take a 1 or 2 minutes or the 5 minutes to share your resume. First, mention all the skills. Sometimes candidates are having a skill, but they're getting rejected just because they are not mentioning in their resume or the profile. If any job portals, even on the dice or the monster, they have different skill parameters. They're mentioning the skills on there, but in the resume they are not mentioning. I have 5 years experience with the React side or the Kafka architecture, but I'm not mentioning the resume. I'm not showing into my projects. You're just copying your single project or things in the every project. It's like I done this architecture, I developed this thing, I introduced this thing, and you're just pasting all the things in the every job works. It's not like that. Every jobs are having a different things. You introduce with the new technologies. You work with the new things on that time. So please mention that. Take your time. No, we are not in the very much of hurry. I need your resume right away. Just take your time and share perfect resume. If you shared your perfect one according to the GD, you will definitely getting a reply, even the call, and even we can schedule the interviews. If you are getting rejected in the first round of interview, it doesn't matter, but firstly get the interviews. If you're not getting interviews, you're going to be very demotivated every time. It's like I, for example, I saw one candidate. He's the OPT holder. He just came from the Mexico. So he was completed his bachelor's and in the computer science, and he was developed some applications too in the Android and the iOS both. But he created his resume on the mobile application. He haven't mentioned any iOS skills, not even the Android. But just sharing the profiles for the every GDs. Like someone is posting for the iOS, someone is posting for the Android. You should be clear in your resume. You belongs to the Android side or the iOS side. In the current market, there are new technologies launched like a Flutter development. It's like they have a single platform to work for the iOS and Android both. So that's a different scenario. That's called a mobile engineer on that time. But you have mobile engineers, show your best in your resume and showcase yourself. No, yeah. You're taking your time for the applying a job. First, take your time to create your own resume. It's not like just sharing your profile everywhere. I'm just putting a mass mailing the resumes. Yeah,
Thank you so much,
that's
Ashutosh.
the best
So,
secret for the 10 seconds.
yeah, thank you so much for that 10-second screening. So I'm just going to quickly summarize what Ashutosh just told us. He said for every recruiters, it takes them like 5 to 10 seconds to either reject or accept your profile. Because that's why sometimes you have recruiters sliding into your DM. They first done that check. That's the first check they did. And that's why you need those keywords. So he talked about you don't apply for every job with general resume. You don't just use one resume to apply for all jobs. This one, I'm a project manager, apply. This one, I have just one resume for project manager, apply. No, you don't do that. For every job description, and I'm just telling you what Ashutosh just told us. For every job description, they have the skills, the tools that they are looking for. And those are well spelled out in the JD. So it is important that you go through the JD, the job description, and identify the skills that they are looking for. Do you have these skills? Then showcase it in your resume. Prove that you have worked with these tools. Prove that you have been able to use these skills in your work experience. Then he also talked about getting the interview. So if you are not getting interview, be applying, you are not getting interview, which was what happened to Fumi. That my client that got a senior manager role. She has been applying, no interview. She wasn't applying well. She said the last interview she even had, she went for the interview, she fumbled until she was able to seek help. So all these things, help is available. Please seek help and keep showing up. So that will take us to the last secret. That's secret number 7, which is the most important. Let's see what that is. God at the center. God at the center. I'm sorry, I'm a woman of faith, and I do talk about my faith. I just want to know that in the book of Proverbs 16:3 said, commit your ways unto the Lord, and trust also in him, he will bring it to pass. God should be at the center of it all. He is the one that created you. He knows what is best for you. Commit your ways unto God. Once you have God at the center, every other thing will fall in place. Make sure you align your career path with your spiritual foundation and your purpose. God knows what your purpose is, and you must be ready to go along with him. So, Floyd, please let me know if you have any other perspective to tell us before we move on to the next segment.
Yeah, the thing that I would really say is there's a point in every job search where logic runs out. You've done the right things and it still hasn't clicked yet. I've seen clients and experienced myself where the shift comes from stepping back and reconnecting with something deeper. Now, for some, that's faith. For others, it's purpose, values, or just trust in the process. So keep in mind that there's a spirituality component, and again, it could be purpose, it could be your values. But when you're grounded in something bigger than the outcome, you stop making fear-based decisions. You move with more confidence, more patience, and more alignment. And ironically, that's often when things start opening up. When you're centered, your decisions get clearer, and so does your path. So just keep in mind whether it's God at the center, but we're really, in general, we're talking about just the spirituality component that we need as individuals. Trust in that. Trust in your purpose, in your values. Trust in the process. That will get you where you need to go.
Thank you so much. Then we move on to, I have a gift for you, and that's this gift I said I have for you. That is a job search checklist. Based on what we've done so far, we have the job search checklist. So I want everybody, if you really want this, it's going to help you if you are searching for a job. Please scan this, download it. It's going to help you at every stage of your job search. What are the things you need to watch out for? What are the things you need to make sure you check? That's going to help you a lot when it comes to job search. So I'm just going to go over the 7 secrets again. I will show this later. The 7 secrets again. Sorry, I was supposed to do a slide that captured the 7 of them, but I will quickly go through them one after the other. The very first secret we talk about is the power of clarity. Power of clarity always starts with clarity. Be clear about the value you offer. What skill set do you have to use? So for the benefit of people that are just joining us, Adeteju, thank you for joining us. I see you. Sorry, we had some technical challenge. That was why we didn't start on time. The power of clarity. Then the second one, unwavering determination. You got to be determined. If you want to land your dream job, be determined to put in the work. This is a mindset. It's a mindset that you have to cultivate. And each of our facilitators today have been able to speak to this. So if you know you are determined to pursue that career success, we offer these different programs. We do Career Catalyst, we do Career Clarity, we do 30 days job application challenge. And currently, we are taking the wait list for the 30 days job application challenge. If you are interested, just drop challenge in the link in the chat, challenge, drop challenge. We'll reach out to you to give you more details about that. But you need to be determined. It is a thing that nobody else can do it for you. You got to do it yourself. Make up your mind to go on that journey. We also talk about mastery and learning. It's okay for you not to know. Identify those gaps in your skill and be ready to bridge those gaps. Put in the work. Learn, because you got to be, for you to be successful, you must be a life learner. Who you are today is a accumulation of what you have learned over the years. Keep learning and keep Keep upskilling. Keep upgrading your skills. It's very important. Here we also talk about AI. AI is on the go. Please make sure you learn AI as it applies to your domain or your niche. We also talk about support and community. This is very important. The people you surround yourself with. Are they firelighters? Are they fire extinguishers? You need to surround yourself with the right people because they are going to be very significant on your way to success and on your way to landing your dream job. We also talk about the power of referral advantage. The referral advantage. When you are in the right community, they will be able to refer you for opportunities and they will be able to talk about you to other people. I've worked with this person. This person is very good. So they will be able to speak to you in rooms that you have not stepped into. We also talk about investing in yourself. Sometimes this might, just as Floyd said, this person was looking for jobs. Even though I don't have money now, my dear, if anything happen, any emergency happen, for example, if let's say something happened and they asked you to cough out money, if CRA or any tax, government tax, asks you to pay money, you will cough out that money. That money will come out. Whether borrow or anywhere, that money will come out. So don't let it be so difficult for you to invest in yourself because it's going to yield an interest that is going to make you a better person. So be prompt and be ready to invest in yourself. The number 6 is keep showing up. And I told you this is actually the motivator for this event. Keep showing up. This client of mine, Tess, she landed a job last 2 weeks just because she kept showing up. It doesn't seem as if it will happen, but it happened. And that was actually what motivated me to come up with this event. Based on our experience, now you see 3 senior professionals in this facility, in this room with you, just to teach you based on our experience over the years. We are telling you those 7 secrets that will help you in landing your dream job. And not only landing your dream job, but becoming successful in life. This is very, very important. And the 7th one is God at the center. And we've talked about the spirituality of things. It is very, very important because there's nothing you can do without this God being at the center of it all. And before we go, I'm going to ask each of our speakers to give us their parting. Just as I said, if you know any of our product or services that you are interested in, please, if you want the challenge, 30-day challenge, we are doing the wait list currently now. Please drop challenge in the link. We'll reach out to you. If you want the career catalyst, that is a community and ongoing support that we offer to our clients, people that have been working with, people that have been in our community. We offer them continuous support. We also do on-the-job support. If you started your work, we're having some challenge, we do on-the-job support as well. Whatsoever your challenges are, please let us know. We'll be ready to assist you. So this is not a marketing strategy, but this is just for us to pass the information to you to know that you can actually achieve your career success without anything hindering you. If you can maintain or if you can keep these 7 ingredients at the center of your career success. So I'm going to take parting word from Ashutosh. You go first, then I'll come to Floyd. So Ashutosh, from the recruiter perspective, what are the parting message that you would like to give our audience today when it comes to landing their dream job?
It's not we created all the things in the 7 things, and it's really very important for the every person who is applying for the role. It's like you have to continuously focusing what you are looking for and why you are choosing the job. And if even you are demotivating yourself or you're getting a high rejection on that time, just see if you're working from the home, see your pocket. If you're working from the office, see your colleagues or your environment. So getting a motivation on that part to how to apply the jobs and why I'm looking for the new roles. And being with this, all the points are very important, just because everything have a different scenarios and different things. Even in, you're not looking for the job, you are consistent with your own work, you're learning on the same place, you're going to be very growth, and continuously you're going to grow yourself according to the new technologies, according to your company, what you're looking for, what the market is. Standards are very high now. For this single round of interviews, they are, it's like initially they takes only 1 or 2 rounds of interview. Now it's converted in the multiple times, because the multiple peoples are looking for the job, and they are applying on the daily basis. For just cutting the peoples, they created a new software for the test. For your, even you're not connected with any recruiter or the any someone, you just need to clear the test first, then you're going to first round of interview. For the screening call even, you just need to clear the test. So do the best and grow yourself whatever you are and where you are.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Ashutosh. So Ashutosh has encouraged us to grow ourselves, learn new skills. There's a lot, the job market has changed. So there's a lot of skills that are being required. Learn those skills, invest in yourself. And he also talk about community. You reaching out, if you feel you are down or you are discouraged, reach out, connect with the right people. And when he said right people, he meant firelighters, your encouragers, your catalysts, people that can spur you up. Those are the kind of people you connect with, not the motivators. Okay, thank you so much, Achille, for that, your perspective. We truly appreciate you, and thank you so much for your time. I'll move on to you, Floyd. What will be your parting message for each and every attendant today when it comes to landing their dream job?
I like I like the idea of these 7 secrets, and they are, if you will, they are secrets. My parting thought to everybody was, be okay with reaching out to a career coach. A career coach is there to keep you from making the obvious mistakes. And I'm going to give you a good example. One of my clients, he was clear that investing in a career coach was fine. But in one of our first conversations, I was looking at his resume, and he had a Yahoo email address. And I told him, I said, you need to get you a Gmail email address. And he said, why? I said, you've been in the business for a long time. He was in sales. He was in technical sales. He was an engineer. But I said, a yahoo.com email address says, I don't know technology. And it blew his mind. And he stopped and thought about it for a second, and he said, you're absolutely right. Gmail says, I know technology. I know the right way. A Yahoo email address says, I'm over 50 and I don't know technology. And none of that was true. And yet he was sticking with his Yahoo email address. We switched to a Gmail email address. Now that's one of many things, right? That's one of many things. But I would strongly encourage you, finding a career coach that you trust and that you can work with will make your life immensely easier and help you so much faster to get where you want to go. Whether it's like Sagun was saying, whether it's getting a career coach before you're laid off or getting one after, either way, we can accelerate your future. And we enjoy that. We have chosen this as our career to help others. So that's what I would leave you guys with today. And Kemi, thank you for inviting me for this. I really appreciate it. It was really a joy to work with you again.
Thank you so much, Floyd, for that amazing input. Thank you so much. And everyone, just as Floyd has said, invest in yourself. Don't say, no, I can't pay. Imagine that simple insight saying that you are using Yahoo. So it's exactly that strategy for positioning yourself. He's positioning himself as someone that is over 50. I'm old. I don't know technology. Imagine just that simple secret. Can you imagine? And thank you so much, Shegun, for that input. Don't wait to be laid off before investing in your career coaching to future proof yourself. I have a coach. I'm sure Floyd have a coach. Even Ashitosh told me yesterday that even they that recruiters,
Yeah.
they have coaches. Yes. So what are
Yes.
we waiting for? Yes, he told me they have coaches. So working
Yes.
with a coach, yeah. Floyd has said that's what we enjoy doing, and that's what we've been called to do. So what's stopping you? What's hindering you from taking advantage of that? So I want to thank everyone once again. Thank you for your time today. We truly appreciate you showing up, you investing, because this is also part of the investment. Investing your time. You coming on board is you investing your time to learn, and you are learning those secrets that many people don't know. My whole parting word, some of the things that people don't know and they are making mistakes. We've spoken about them all. Those 7 secrets. They are ingredients to cook your meal, your success, your career success meal. Use them in the right proportion, and your career will turn out successful. Please make sure you apply all those 7 secrets that we've talked about. And one of them is making up your mindset, determination. I'm ready to put in the work. I'm ready to go on that journey. No matter what it takes me, I'll go on it. In as much I'll be able to land my dream job, I'll be able to achieve my career success. And definitely, I assure you, people I've been working with, and I'm proud to say that they have been successful. Even if you have not landed your job, I'm telling you, the value you will add to yourself is going to showcase you to employers. They will reach out to you. Share what you are learning on LinkedIn. Let them know that these are the. I saw one LinkedIn post yesterday, and I was so proud of that lady. I can't remember her name. She built an app, and people. She's not waiting for employers. She learned about vibe coding, and she used it to build an app. I was so impressed about that lady. I don't know if she's on here, but guess what? She's adding value to herself. She's learning. Even though she's job searching, she's still adding value to herself. So I'll just encourage you, please make use of all these points that we have spoken about. And I'm telling you, the sky will be your starting point. And this is the job search checklist again. Scan this and also join our community so that you can stay on top of every of our events and every of the tips we share. Thank you once again, everyone, for being a part of today's event. Do have an amazing time and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Weekend have started. TGIF.
Yep.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.